So this is our park up last night. Somebody's put some painted stones just down on the curb. So I just thought I'd come out on the morning walk with the dogs and show you where we are. There we are. Just on the bay. And just up over this headland here, the waves are crashing in. So it's a bit windier this morning, but it is only early yet. Lots of oyster catchers around. Not seen any sea mammals yet. We haven't seen any whales or dolphins. I don't know whether you see them on this coast, to be fair. It's not a bad little park up really for a night. Nice and isolated. We were talking to some local people last night. They were walking the dog. Didn't seem to be a problem at all. So very pleasant having a chat, where to go, what to do. And there's a sign here that says a site of historical interest, I think it was. We'll have a look. It's just on the end here. I'm not sure what it was or what it is. Where is it? Just here. A scheduled monument. This site is protected by law. Ground disturbance of any form, fires, camping, etc., and metal detectors are prohibited. I was talking to the people that I just said we met last night, and there's somewhere, I'm not sure exactly where around here, what they think was a burial chamber, and it was older than ones that you're going to see further down the islands when they've done some sort of surveys, but it's never really been fully excavated, so they don't really know what's there. But as I say, just coming around that headland, away from the rocks and the really rough water, it's nice and tranquil here. I've just got back. Breakfast is ready, I think.
Not quite ready.
Not quite ready.
I'm just going to do your croissants. Did you have a nice walk?
Yes, it's very pleasant.
A bit breezier today.
It is, and a bit cooler, but it is early.
6:30?
It is early.
It is early. You had a nice walk? I haven't got your biscuits yet.
Are you not doing yet? I'm waiting for croissants. You promised me croissants.
So demanding.
Coffee's made.
Coffee's made, yeah. You can't have everything at once, you know. Good things come in small packages, as you know. Well, that's breakfast done, and we're just looking out to sea
and mulling over
things. So we have a question, or I had a question. We've got waves crashing there, and like I said in a previous video, Newfoundland's over there, so they've got waves crashing over there.
When do they turn round?
When do the waves turn round, or do they kind of go out and mix in the middle like a big mixing bowl, and then,
or is it
swap over?
When we have high tides and waves crashing here, they have low tide and waves gone out, and that's the whole body of the ocean moving. But it's a big bit of ocean, isn't it?
It's a big mixing bowl. But then you said
Iceland, which is to the north, will have waves crashing as well. So is that all to do with the highs and lows of air pressure and the winds? I don't know. We need an oceanographer.
Anybody know an oceanographer out there who can explain things to us? And also, you then said, what about if a ship's in the middle of that and becalmed?
As they used to be when there was no wind.
Then all the coastlines still get waves.
Mm. But presumably that's because the winds are somewhere.
There's always wind somewhere, I mean. So there's this morning's poser for everyone. If anyone can explain, because we are mere simple souls, us two. Honestly, we are. Oh, we've got an exciting day ahead. We've got some strange facts to share with you about some of the locals, in fact.
First stop of the day is Port Ness, and a few things to tell you about this place. It's still early hours, it's only 5 to 8 in the morning. Everywhere's shut. We are going to a leisure centre which opens at 9 for showers. Well, this is the Ness Fishery Memorial. And quite a bit of history. Memorial was erected in 2014 by the Ness community, dedicated to memorial all those associated with the construction of Port of Ness harbour, with all those who are engaged in its once extensive and prosperous fishing industry, a precious heritage that is worthy of remembrance. Some interesting facts about Ness and the harbour. It's not surprising that Ness, in common with most other fishing communities, suffered its share of fishing disasters. What's remarkable with so many open boats operating over a 100-year period is, in such exposure in treacherous waters, is that losses were not greater. This was due in no small measure to the build and design of the sturdy Ness-built boats, the Scotland Ness, pronounced totally wrong again, and to the seamanship skills of the men who sailed them. During the period 1835 to 1900, a total of 16 Ness boats with their crews of 96 men were lost. Most, but not all, fishing out of the Port of Ness. Some, such as the 5 that foundered on the 18th of December 1862, the Great Drowning as it became known, was surely the darkest day in the history of Ness. It occurred in open waters, and others such as in 1885 and 1889, close to the shore and in full view of family and friends. Although most drownings occurred in conditions of severe storm, some were in comparative calm and remained unexplained. And it's got some dates here. 1835, crew of 6 lost. 1839, crew of 6 lost. 1847, 5 lost and 1 saved by crew of another boat fishing nearby. 1849, crew of 6 lost in good weather. It was suspected that they had been press ganged. 1851, all crew of 6 lost. 1862, all 6 crew members of each of 5 boats swamped on the 18th of December in a sudden storm of unusual ferocity, leaving 24 widows and 71 orphaned children. That's terrible for such a small place. Another crew member in one of 2 boats which reached the safety of mainland ascent later died of exposure. 8 Ness villagers shared this tragic loss. 1882, a newly built South Dell boat on the 9th of May, its first day at sea, suspected of having been accidentally struck and sunk in fog by an East Coast trawler. Again, all crew of 6 lost. 1885, 2 boats on the 5th of March, all 12 crew members lost. 1889, North Dell, a crossboat, and Look Sharp, and Leonel port boat, Diligence, attempting to enter Port Harbour, all 12 crew lost. That's a heck of a lot of lives lost, isn't it? And then in 1900, a boat called Petrel with a crew from Port, Lionel and Harbost, again all crew of 6 lost. The long-line fishing industry, 1830 to 1920. Fishermen from the whole Ness district worked the fishery, which reached its peak in the years 1880 to 1900, and records show that in the month of March 1892, over 230 tonnes of fish were landed at the Port of Ness. This included 116 tonnes of ling, the species on which the industry most depended, but there are also smaller quantities of cod, skate, haddock, turbot and halibut. The 116 tonnes of ling amounted to 21,000 fish, all of them of the 3-foot minimum marketable length, and each on average weighing approximately 12 pounds. The average price obtained for each fish was 1 shilling, which was a good price considering the average daily wage in the north of Scotland at that time was only 3 shillings. The industry is served by up to 40 sailing scoths of 16 to 21 foot keel built at 4 local yards. Each member of the 6-man crew had a great line of 200 baited hooks, which was set at fishing grounds up to 20 miles offshore from the pier. The catch was carried in creels by women to the 4 curing stations, where the fish were gutted, filleted, salted into vats, and then dried at the nearby flat rocks. Trading smacks delivered the required large quantities of salt and other materials and removed the cured fish for export. The fishery was underpinned by an extensive infrastructure of varied trades and occupations, including boat builders, curers, fish traders, chandlers, bakers, general merchants, cobblers, sailmakers, ironmongers, blacksmiths, carters, creelers, fish oil distillers. But fishing suffered from Harold, so talk properly. The fishing suffered from a dramatic downturn around the turn of the century, from which it never fully recovered. I wonder who that boat belongs to. Look at that way it comes into the harbour. So sheltered.
The Port of Ness has been designed to give the maximum protection against storms, and you're on the tip of the Outer Hebrides, so you can see where the channel comes in here, and the port is up round there. You see the mast of the yacht that's in harbour.
The fishing memorial we're at is just over the other side.
Up on the top
By that building. There's no overnight parking here, but it looks like a van has parked overnight. It's all shut up. So there's an interesting story about the people of Ness.
Each year, men from Ness, or the Ness district anyway, sail from the port of Sigir, don't know how that's pronounced, which is a small uninhabited Scottish island about 40 nautical miles north of Lewis, so it's quite a way away still.
And they used to do it in open boats.
Yeah. They go to collect young gannets for food. The event was first recorded in the 16th century, and the collection of gannets is done under licence from the Scottish government. And the flesh of the young gannets is regarded as a delicacy.
Even to this day.
And a maximum of 2,000 young birds are allowed to be caught each year.
And apparently people travel from far and wide to taste the meat.
Be very fishy.
Well, apparently it's not as fishy as you would think because they're young.
Right, yeah.
I'm not sure I'd like to try it though.
But I'd try it.
Oh, I'm sure we would. We try most things. So look at the
how clear it is.
Turquoise colour there. It goes from dark there to that turquoise.
Well, that's weed.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So
and that's sand.
Another nice beach over there. It's a bit biting today, yet. Anyway, so we'll go around the other side and show you the harbour at the other side.
So this is the other side of the breakwater. The waves crashing against it, compared to the tranquility.
You had to be built of sturdy stuff, didn't you, to go fishing
Yeah.
in open boats?
And the tranquility on this side of the breakwater. Ugh. And the calm of the harbour. So you can see how the harbour's been formed with various breakwaters to give this. There's a very small channel here, but it goes into the harbour over there. Just come to the tip of Ness, or the butt of Ness it's called.
No butt jokes.